Hi, my name is Zara Wardrick. I use they, them pronouns, and I am a sophomore liberal studies student at the UDC Community College. I would define Pride as being both a celebration and also an acknowledgement of like the liberation that like queer people like go through and kind of like come into on like a day-to-day and kind of like life moment basis.
Hello, I am Gracie Carva. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I currently serve as the Vice President of the Alliance Group at UDC. The definition of pride for me is when somebody is comfortable and safe enough to be themselves all the time.
My name is Dr. Rebecca Graham, and I'm Director of Institutional Assessment and Outcomes at UDC, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. So pride for me means being comfortable and confident in who you are and where you are at in life at any given time, because identities evolve usually much quicker than society does. So it's crucial to find your confidence and stay grounded in that.
My name is Shabri West. I use she, her pronouns. My major is early childhood education. I'm the president of the Alliance Group TAG. I'm also a student assistant at the Center for Diversity, Inclusion, and Multicultural Affairs. I'm also a part of the Feminist Book Club. I would say my definition of pride is showing up as your true, authentic selves from the inside. It's having that voice when others don't have a voice, and showing up as your full self, celebrating the ones that came before us, queer icons that came before us, and celebrating those folks.
Hi, my name is Trinice McNally. I use she, her pronouns. I serve as the founding director of the Center for Diversity, Inclusion, and Multicultural Affairs. To me, pride is the ability to self-determine who you are, and from there being able to live your most authentic truth.
I think pride at UDC will look like identifying the queer students here at UDC, queer students having access to housing, resources that we need, and for folks to educate themselves on the LGBTQ issues that we face.
I think Pride at UDC to me looks like that celebration, that acknowledgement of queer students, meeting them where they're at, letting them know that they are a part of the UDC community, and that like they, like any other student, matter as a student, but also as a queer person, where that's going to make their experience as a student different.
Pride at UDC looks like safety on campus, everywhere.
So pride at UDC to me means honoring the roots of our institution while honoring the multiplicity of Firebirds today. When we have pride in our institution, we are honoring tradition while respecting the differences and complexities of Firebirds.
Pride at UDC, to me, means having the ability to navigate an inclusive environment without worry of fear, safety, or violence.
I think LGBTQ History Month is important just because it's history, and we learn so much from history. Like it talks about our patterns, it talks about our heritage, our like culture. It's just a reflection of like how we got to where we are, and that's particularly for queer people who often are included in that narrative.
LGBTQ plus History Month is super important because unlike Pride, it is a time for political education. It's a time to understand the history and the plight of queer and trans people. So to me, LGBTQ plus History Month is important because it provides that foundation, the political education, and the rigor needed for people to understand who we are.
The responsibility of minority-serving institutions should be to cultivate and create safe environments, welcoming environments for all the populations.
I think first and foremost, HBCUs have to acknowledge that they do have LGBTQ students, and they've always had them, that queerness, transness is a part of HBCU culture, because it often gets dismissed as being like a white thing and not like a part of Blackness. I think it's about, again, meeting students where they're at and honoring the differences they have, but also the ways in which queer students are always present and are part of the student population.
As the Vice President of TAG, I am most proud of the inclusive and safe environment that TAG creates on and off campus through resources, support, and education.
The Lions Group is a student organization that promotes acceptance and builds community, but also through intergroup dialogue, community engagement, and political education. As the TAG president, the thing that I'm most proud of is that TAG was able to lead a campaign in 2019 to get all gender restrooms on all 3 campuses